Starting tonight, players will enter a game of chaos. Players will have to work together as a team that is supposed to be faithful to each other, but within the team, there are traitors. Traitors who want to double-cross the rest at every turn. Traitors who will have the chance to off a faithful each round. How will the faithfuls go about finding the traitors among them?
So my strategy for tracking the traitors are going to be watching body language, seeing if people are saying specific things or doing specific things in order to mess us up or essentially just keep us off track, essentially. Because I know I like to talk a lot, but I also like to keep focusing the game. So if someone's just trying to talk about unicorns and daisies, then I can see that we're not staying focused on who needs to be voted out.
I like trustworthy people. Obviously, everybody does. I do like people that are willing to take chances in the game, and I do believe that people will gravitate towards me. Certain people will gravitate towards me, so I can get some information with them and work as a team.
If I were a faithful, which I have never been in my entire life, based on anyway. If I were a faithful, I look at the details. So for me, I would be looking for like those loyal individuals, people that are going to be like, no, we're basing our decisions off of logic, not emotion. And I think if having a team that's very just like, we're doing it based off of this, not based off what could possibly happen, is going to set me up for success and my team up for success.
If I'm faithful, my strategy is literally knocking off everyone one by one. I have to see if you're a traitor and how you're moving, because most likely if you're a traitor, you're going to try to sit in the background, or point the fingers elsewhere. So the first people to point the fingers, I'm definitely looking at you.
Among the new faces, there are 4 familiar faces ready to play this game.
Hello, my name is Mike, or Michael, and I'm back again. I've been here for Season 1 of Online Survival, Season 1 of the Online Battle, Season 1 of Little Brother, Season 1 of the Traitors. What do you know? Back again. I am a competitive person. I'm probably going to burn out spectacularly. It's going to happen. It happens every single time. I would say, I'm like 2 years wiser and older than I was, I think, the last time I did this. It's not going to matter.
It's your boy Dot, back for another round. I don't know how they keep getting me to come here, but here I am, ready to kill the game. We've done good, we've done bad, we've cried, we've laughed, we've done everything. But I'm here and I'm back and I'm ready to play this game and I'm ready to win, all right?
Hello there, I'm Jason. Nice to see you. I think one of the biggest things was, one, I want to continue to stay true to who I am as a person. I don't think outside of maybe a contestant or two, I came off in a negative way or in a fake way. I was playing a game like everyone else, but one of the biggest takeaways I took from it, unfortunately, is that as much as I wanted to trust in people, I found that when it comes to these games, you can't trust in anybody. And the same goes for me. As much as you want to trust me at times, there's got to be a part to the game that gets played. Whenever that time comes, there's a chance you're not going to be able to trust me either. So it's just part of the fun of playing in these games.
My name's Dar. Hey, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I basically have to not poke out, not stick out too much, and be cool with everybody.
On night 1, the players will be thrown together among random groupings. Everyone will not meet each other until night 2 to add to the chaos. They will have to put their investigative skills to the test from the start.
What's up, buddy? Of all people, it's Mike. So it's like, I've kind of been waiting on that duel a little bit ever since a podcast episode where he said that I was full of, you know what.
One comment on Jason, because I brought it up last episode. He says this episode, Rita, I wanted you to make the decision. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
She was like, I didn't hear you, because he never said it.
Yeah, that, I almost put him down again this week just for that, but I'm not that ridiculous. But, like, I saw that. You're full of crap. Hello.
How you doing? The moment was more awkward than I anticipated because it wasn't like a one-on-one, let's talk and just have a conversation. It was, oh my gosh, come on now, I'm playing against him. That gave me a good feeling in a way because it's somebody that's familiar with this. I didn't want to be the one that stood out as just being off the show.
Doing all right. How are you guys?
Good. How's everybody?
I'm good. How are you guys? Hey, what's up? I'm Ashley. I'm 21 years old. I live by the beach, so of course I love the beach. And a little bit about me is I own 3 cats, kind of a crazy cat lady, I guess you can call me. I am going to law school. I think that's fun.
I'm Elle. I'm coming from Austin, Texas today.
My name is Elle. I'm 52. I'm a grandma of 3 and a mom of 2 boys. I travel all over the country for work. So I'm currently in a hotel room starting us off.
I see 2 people who are familiar. I'm like fangirling over here.
Hey, and that's something I've been concerned about. Not necessarily what players I was going to run into or people from the past, but how much have they paid attention to previous shows and episodes? Because I think that does give an inside scoop. I feel like I'm starting to figure out myself how these things run a little bit better, because in the reality is I'm clueless when it comes to some things with this. But that's been a scary thing for me, that there is a game within these games, and I've not gotten to a point that I'm good enough at that part yet.
One more down there.
Oh, we introduced ourselves? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm Amancio, and I'm from Boston. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, Amancio.
My name is Amancio. I'm 22 years old, and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, born and raised. And I am excited for this game. I really just can't believe that I'm actually here, and I'm just, excited just to take the opportunity. And yeah, I'm just, ready to take the bulls by the horns.
Very different from the other games that he's done. I've watched them, and this is very different.
Elle stood out a lot to me. Mentioned that she's a big fan, that she's watched a lot of these, and now I could be misremembering this because I didn't go and check, but I may remember someone of that name making some comments on videos. And it's always nice to see a fan finally step forward and say, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot for myself and prove that I can do what the others can't. So love to see it. I also just kind of like her general vibe.
Amancio, so how you doing, man? How you feeling? Everything good with you for this?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling, really confident. This is my first time, actually in a game like this. So I'm definitely excited to see what's to come.
Definitely.
You're in for a trip, I'll say that, Not my first rodeo. I'm not going to try to pretend like it is.
When I think about the people that played the other games, I think they may be trying to hide something. They have experience. And I feel like they will be strategic and conniving, possibly, with how they will handle themselves in the game.
This is my first time too, so this is the first time I've been bold enough to. I've wanted to, but I've not.
Are
been
you a long-time watcher? Because I
am.
Kind of recognized right when you came in. So
I am a long-time watcher. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I've never watched it before, but I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, meeting a lot of new people and stuff, but I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really rapid fire at times, and other times you're kind of just sitting around going now what?
Mike plays hard. Mike's going to be a hard one to get close to, or he doesn't trust anybody. But I'm kind of fanning with all the old players coming in. So Mike plays a strong social game. So he's one to watch out for. Also, Jason, I noticed a difference in Jason. Jason wasn't as boisterous as he was in the past show. So I think he's a little bit gun shy.
How about with this show that's similar to what we're doing tonight? Is anybody familiar with this new concept?
I've watched the Traitors, not both of the American seasons because I had the first season spoiled for me, and I'm not gonna watch the whole thing knowing how it ends. But I watched the second season.
Yeah, just like Mike, I didn't watch the first season because the spoiler was all over the internet, and that just ruined it for me. But I did watch the second one, when that came. So it's an interesting game. Yeah.
I like them like Love is Blind, Love Island, Too Hot to Handle. I like that kind of reality. I'll sit there and my friend's like, okay, again you're watching this? I'm like, yes, yes.
It was not that many that stood out the most, in my opinion, but I did like Ashley.
Love is Blind is that one is you're talking to people and it's just you can't see what they look like. So it's like a dating show, but it's like based off of not looks.
Sure.
And then, yeah, the other one, Love Island, is they just put a bunch of singles that are like, most of them have like OnlyFans and stuff, and they'll just like throw them all on an island, and they're like going.
Love is Blind is where they're in the restaurants and they have a band over their face to show so they can't see each other. They're like on dates in restaurants and stuff.
Love is Blind. It's like they're in these like pods. So there's
okay.
So it's like they're scraping, but then like no FaceTime.
The hot bait, Mike. It's in the pot.
Bro, I don't know about that. That's crazy.
Ashley, I thought she was very talkative. I enjoyed she seemed to be complimenting everybody, talking just enough that she didn't seem awkward or uncomfortable with doing this, and at the same time didn't come across as over the top like I do most of the time. Very open to conversation and fluent with everybody and interacting with them and asking questions.
What about you, Amancio? What are your favorite reality, or do you watch any reality?
Oh, I do watch reality. Not as much, but I usually watch like lifestyle reality shows like The Housewives. I watch. I did watch a little bit of Big Brother, like when I think Cody or his brother or something was on like season 16 or 17, which was a long time ago. For the Traitors, I would say watch out because I see you. I'm watching you. And if you think you're about to hide some sort of agenda, then get ready for me because I'm coming for you.
Mike once said Jason was full of shit, but perhaps someone else is full of shit. Let's see 4 more players meet each other.
Hello.
Hi. How you guys doing? Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. My name is Amy Ziegler. I am 42 years old from Connecticut. Really excited to have the opportunity to play in this game. A little background about me. I work in loss prevention. My hobbies also include I'm a volunteer firefighter and just started on a women's tackle football team.
Hi guys, my name is Lauren. I'm 37 years old. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I work with dogs. I'm an assistant manager at a pet care facility. And yeah, I just basically like to spend my time taking care of animals, and I raise kittens on the side, and I help them get trapped, neutered, and spayed. And yeah, I just like to take care of animals and people whenever I can.
It's like more quiet in that one. I'm Dar. Where you guys from?
Hey, I'm Amy. I'm from Connecticut. I'm going to try to do everything I can so I don't put a target on my back and try to figure out who you guys are and get you voted out.
I'm Lauren. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm a little nervous. It's my first time playing, so just a little nervous. But I'm excited too.
Same. Not quite sure like what fully to expect, so kind of gonna take it night by night. But
Hi.
hello.
Hi, I'm Lori, and I'm a grandmother of 10 wonderful grandchildren. I homeschool 5 of them. I was like, wow, that actually sounds like a really interesting game, even though I'm not a gamer.
How you feeling, Lori?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
How is everybody?
Really good.
Sweet. I'll have to let you guys know I have no idea what I'm doing. I am not a gamer at all.
Same. It's really about trying to again build that rapport with everybody. Because if you can try to work that way in with everybody to not put that target on your back, but also don't stand out too much. You don't want to be the first name on everybody's mind when certain topics come up. So maybe kind of ride the middle lane, the middle of the road. We kind of keep a target off my back. Where are you from, Lori?
I am from New Mexico.
Nice.
How about the rest of y'all?
Connecticut.
I'm Pennsylvania.
Cool. Sweet. I'm gonna have my notepad and my pen, and I'm definitely gonna be taking notes.
What do y'all do for like work?
I am a grandmother of 8, and I homeschool. Well, I'm a grandmother of 10. 8 of them live with us, and I homeschool 5.
Wow.
Wow. I would ask the same question multiple ways and see if the story changes, and then revisit questions. So maybe ask somebody a question on one day, and then ask it a couple days later to see if you get the same answer, and see if there's that consistency.
I just do modeling.
Oh, right on.
She was writing down everything. Lori was on that. Lori was not playing. She was on that.
I work with dogs. I'm a assistant manager at a pet care facility that does like dog boarding and dog daycare.
Oh, right on.
So it was a little bit quiet, but as it went further on, we found a few things to like talk to each other about the game, and if we had any prior experiences with the game and things like that. So that was good to find out about them.
My best friend she's been on a few of the shows before, but she suggested it to me.
Does anybody know what we're actually supposed to be doing? What are your hobbies?
All I really do like outside is like just model. That's really it. It's nothing really like.
I'm a volunteer firefighter, and I just made a women's tackle football team, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know if it's a midlife crisis thing or what, but that's my outside of work stuff.
Sweet, congratulations.
Thanks. I really liked Lori. She seemed pretty bubbly and really excited to talk about her grandkids. I thought that was pretty cool. And then Dar was pretty cool to learn about. I guess he's a model. He's played the game before. I'm sorry, he's a model in Florida, which I thought was pretty cool. So
I think it's like a whodunit mystery type thing. I'm down for that. I'm probably just gonna be the old goofball grandma. Be ready to have fun because I hope to bring positivity to the game and just have fun. Like if we can form an alliance, that'd be cool, man. Be like my first peeps, man.
It's a little early for me, but I definitely did take note of Lori in my first group chat, and she said she wanted to form an alliance. So I did take note of that.
I'm so excited myself because I'm like, whoop, whoop, I can do this. I can do this. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's gonna be a blast. So
it'll be fun.
It'll be a good time.
Well, that meeting certainly started awkwardly, but Laura in her notes seemed to pull it together. I think the last 5 players meeting each other will go a lot smoother. In fact, I hear we might even get a performance.
Hi, my name's Rachel. I live in Orlando, Florida. I love reality TV. I love competitions. So I'm excited to see what this game's all about. Come here. Well, I saw Raven first, and she had her ukulele, and I was like, oh, okay, she's gonna like put on a show for us. So I felt like she was very prepared for to stand out with something like that. Hi.
Oh, I didn't think that we could hear each other for whatever reason. Hello.
Hello. I can hear and see all 2 of you.
Like, y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My name is Anthony. I am a very chaotic person who is very detail oriented. I am very organized. I'm very, I don't know, it's a cool guy. I guess you'll get to know more about me as the show goes on.
Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm late to my best friend's baby shower. So I'm gonna pull over here in a second, but I'm trying to make up as much ground as I can.
Dot was going to a baby shower. I've never been to a baby shower late at night. I thought that was interesting.
Let's see. What's a unique icebreaker? Shoot.
Well, Raven has a guitar. I think she should sing to us.
Oh, that's a great way to start.
I was just learning Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Yeah. That's all you get for now. Hello, my name is Raven Fox. I'm a content creator and a crazy old gal that's ready to find, I was gonna say the perpetrator, but the traitor without the purr. I live in Colorado. It's literally the best state out here. I honestly say it's the best of both worlds, from California and not. Hey,
that was really good.
Thank you.
Jumped right in. Damn, all right, cool.
It's like, okay, I got the spotlight, I'll take it.
Definitely my number one that I think about is Raven. A lot of great energy. She seemed very authentic. You know, playing the ukulele, and like her background was very, attractive. So I felt like she caught a lot of energy pretty early on.
Where's everybody at? Like, what city, state, country, continent? Oh, damn, okay.
Chicago. Hi, my name is Andrea Johnson, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. This is my first time on a show, but hopefully I can give you guys perfect entertainment.
Is it pronounced Drea?
Yes. It's
Okay,
Drea.
gotcha. Nice to meet you.
Everyone. I just came in during the ukulele playing. It was beautiful.
Hello.
I really like Raven. She was very energetic and outgoing, and her background was really pretty, so that stood out to me.
So, stood out the most, I would say Raven. Her energy was just absolutely amazing. I really like. I have a lot of friends that actually remind me of her, and she's very outgoing. I loved just how forward she was.
I have a question. What is everyone's least favorite animal?
Oh, wow.
Well, I know, right?
I'm going to have to go with the platypus.
Really? Why not?
Yeah, and I don't hate too much on what a platypus actually is or looks like. I just think the word kind of makes me feel funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my favorite word. So I could do without it.
It's a pretty funny word.
Platy, young plat.
I love this introduction. We're doing great.
I can't do both. I'm trying to look at the words.
Consider tonight a slow introduction to your fellow players, but who has authentic intentions and who might be trying to off you from the game as early as tomorrow night. I'm an attorney, and I defend companies when they get sued. I, for a living, have to figure out who's lying a lot. So I feel like I could definitely use my real life skills to figure out who's lying in a game.
I can't trust all of you, huh?
So it's us?
I smell you. I'm gonna find you, and you're not gonna be here long.
This is cutthroat. What you can expect from me in this game is a consistent communication, hopefully as clear as I can be. I am a very bubbly and outgoing person, and I do like to kind of yap and be in communication with everyone and make everyone feel safe, even the traitor, because the moment you make anyone feel safe, especially a traitor, their real signs and their real personality is going to start showing. So if I can get everyone all cozy and comfy, I'm definitely going to be able to spot out who's the traitor and who's not. I like reading who I'm going to be working with. Because then, like, if I start seeing what other people are doing, then I'm going to be possibly looking into certain things too much.
Yeah, true. So I'm organized in the sense that I can filter through a lot of bullshit, but also my method of doing that and achieving getting to the outcome can be chaotic to some people, but for me, it's very straightforward. You know, not everyone will see the like, oh my God, why is he doing that? What is his thought process behind this? For me, it's organized. For someone else on the outside looking in, it's very chaotic.
Like, how do you know if you can trust somebody or not? Because we're all just like talking, right? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, what are we looking for?
If I'm a faithful, how do I find the traitor? I have no idea. I honestly have no idea how I would find a traitor. I don't know exactly what a traitor would act like outside of how I would act.
What is everyone's favorite game?
This one?
This one right here. I mean, shoot, this is like as far as I've gotten for like a game with other people. I think like the most that I've played multiplayer was like League of Legends, but this takes it.
Especially the beginning. There's not a lot to go off of. So I mean, whoever gets killed off first, I don't think there's too much you can do other than kind of try to lay low at the very beginning. But as it goes on, I think you don't ever want to come off like you're too smart. You don't want to make it seem like you are suspecting a specific person, or especially if you think someone is a traitor, you never want them to know that you think they're a traitor.
I just play Mario Kart. I mean, like, that's pretty basic.
No, that's basically
It's
amazing.
so fun, yeah. And they kept updating that game too.
I think if anybody I have an eye out for, it's for Rachel. She pretty much didn't say anything, nothing at all. And to me, it was a very strategical silence.
The players are beginning to meet each other, but the question remains, who are the traitors? Let's find out.
Yes, because I thought it would honestly be really fun, because I think of like Among Us and how there's like the imposter. So when you're the imposter, the adrenaline is like extra high. It's like when you're going through like a haunted house and like they jump scare you, that like it's like that kind of adrenaline, you know what I mean? So honestly, like being able to fool people and like kind of be outside the box but nobody know, it's just seems like it would be really fun to play the villain, for real.
If I'm a traitor, I'm gonna try to keep my mouth shut as much as I can. I really don't want to be a villain. I mean, I do, but I don't know. A lot of times people think I'm being shady when I'm not.
All right, so I'm the traitor, and yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm just gonna keep I'm gonna keep a straight face, and I'm gonna like try to act like I know nothing.
I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to fool these people. I can't wait to pretend to be something I'm not and to basically put on a little show.
You're not even gonna see it coming.
When I first seen him, I was like, oh dang. I was like, oh snap. Cause I didn't know if he like could read me or whatever. So I was like, I don't know.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing good. Just a little ukulele practice.
Oh, there you go. Good times.
Might as well keep myself busy while I wait.
The anticipation of the backstage thing, you got to do something for that couple minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had that too.
Because I get the jitters, and then I'm just like, what do I do now? So if I can keep my hands busy, then it keeps my mind busy.
There you go. Dar, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, man. Dar, he just seemed a little bit different than what I know of him, and I guess that's a good thing. We're trying something new and doing something different. So there's just an awkward kind of interaction with him and I, like, hey, I do know you, but maybe we just don't know each other for right now. Amancio, see you again, man. Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
You want to just do introductions since we haven't done it for the most part with this group?
Sure.
So I'm Jason. Like I said, I'm in the Air Force from Indiana.
Indiana. I'm from San Diego, but I lived in Indiana. My name's Raven. Now I'm in Colorado.
Got the heck away from this weather, huh?
Yes, I did.
I
made it out.
Very good for you. Raven, I really, really liked. I thought she seemed like a perfect fit for a show like this, because conversations were kind of all over the place. And she did a really good job as well of interacting with everybody. So that's a good thing. And it shows that she's in this to really start to question each and every individual. And she's not just going through the motions. She seemed very interactive from almost the moment that we popped up on the screen.
A few people stood out to me, mainly because they were making sure there was like a topic of conversation at all times. So that would have been like Jason and Raven.
I'm Dar. You know, I just model. That's all.
Dar was more talkative in the first chat that I had. But yeah, he basically just said he was like a model and he didn't really have many hobbies, which I thought was kind of weird.
I'm Amancio, and I'm from Boston, and I, do some, freelance work on the side.
Fun.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm from Pennsylvania. There's Lori again.
Hi, Lori.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Hey, it's nice skies behind you. That's a good start.
Yes, sir. So, Raven, where are you from?
I'm from Colorado.
Oh, cool.
I'm in Colorado now.
Actually, I took notes on everybody. Raven, because she's from Colorado, woohoo, West Coast. She's very upbeat. Seems like a really good team player. Jason, how about you? Where are you from, sir?
Not only am I stationed in Indiana, I'm from Indiana. I'm born and raised a little bit in Michigan, but then my family packed up and came to Indiana for apparently a much colder experience than what we had before. So
They just want to torture you. They just wanted you to grow up with a hard life.
Yep. So Midwest my whole life, and then I get stationed through the military in the Midwest, of course. So that way. But I vacation a lot of other places just to get away for a little bit at a time.
Jason, Air Force. My dad was in the Air Force, so like automatically that's a loyal thing for me.
Lori E, she absolutely gave me Susan vibes that I just got to laughing to myself about. No matter what, whether she plays and thinks she's over talkative or under talkative, I'm not saying a bad word about her whatsoever, because I got Susan vibes from her a little bit, and I said there ain't no chance I'm going to let somebody say that I'm picking on one individual person.
Amancio, is that how you say your name?
Oh, Amancio.
Amancio. Where are you from?
I'm from Boston.
Sweet.
The guy from Boston, he didn't really talk much. He just said like, I'm from Boston, and that's it.
Like Amancio, and I'm probably butchering his name, so sorry, dude. He was very quiet. You could tell he was like taking notes mentally. So what about y'all's favorite colors?
Orange.
I like that, Dar. That's unique.
Yeah, but what kind of orange? Like burnt orange?
I like more like darker orange.
It kind of hit me that he's playing the game even when you don't really think he's paying attention to things, or he's not listening, or he's not very observant. I thought back then there was more to Dar than I gave him credit for in the beginning, and I certainly don't feel any different this time around. I felt like he was already plotting and planning and had something on his mind.
I like maroon.
Raven, she wasn't talking too much, but she was talking like most.
What about you, Miss Lauren? What's your favorite color?
Well, I already had mine taken by Miss Raven. It was maroon.
We're twins. Hey.
Yeah, twinning. But my very close second is like a dark teal color.
I saw the prompt that said, "Could there be a traitor already among us?" And I don't know about I don't know about this group. I'm kind of concerned with my first group that I had conversations with. There was a quiet one.
He sure is moving fast, isn't he? We're just getting to know each other here, and he's got to throw that down there on the banner.
But I do keep an eye out for the quiet one.
In general, I'm a quiet person when I first meet people, but once I'm comfortable and once I really feel people out, then they'll really see like I'm actually more social and quite loud than people may think I am.
What's your favorite color, Miss Ashley?
Mint green has always been my favorite color since I was a kid. Yeah.
You can smell that color. That's my favorite part about that color. You can smell the mint in it.
Mint green is good. Mint green is good.
One or more people will be secretly safe from that vote. This is a way to try to stop the traitors from off being someone tomorrow. Okay. Wow, this is really cutthroat.
I'm excited.
You have to save someone. The traitors will be offing someone's mom. Oh, damn. We're getting off.
Quick.
I know.
Yeah.
Good to know you guys. Damn. Oh, that's
Well, good
cool.
luck, everybody, because, like, wow, that's, like, super fast.
Uh-huh.
Just to let y'all know, like, I take notes just in case, like.
No, that's
I
smart.
love
I was
you.
watching and I'm like, man, I should have done that. Now I'm like nervous if I start.
I'm like, because I teach 5 kids, like, from 2nd grade all the way to the 8th grade.
Because taking notes can be a good thing and a bad thing. So I was like definitely keeping an eye on like what she was asking, or if it was just possibly even a distraction or just to look like she cared. But I hope they were good notes.
Well, before we get cut off, I just want to say it's nice to meet everybody. It's going to be fun no matter what. A little faster pace than I thought. It's nice
Good luck,
to meet
everyone.
Hope we see everybody tomorrow, the next day.
Yes, you as well. Stay
guys be
safe out
safe.
there, guys.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm so fucking tired. I'm just gonna be honest. I am fucking exhausted.
Been a long week.
Yeah, man. Fucking so. I do Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Long story short, right? I had my entire front teeth done, veneers, right? So I was grappling with this guy, and he because you don't punch in jiu-jitsu, but he got me really good. So he knocked my veneer out. And then when I did, it made my 2 front teeth buckled. So I had like a gap. It was, long story short, I had to go to Turkey to get my teeth fixed. I just got back, and now I'm in Montauk, and I am so tired. I said all that to say I am so tired right now.
Anthony, I think, is going to be a strong player. I really do.
Jesus.
Welcome, Dot.
Yep.
What up, y'all? Where's my finger? What up?
Yep.
Man, it's crazy to see Mike again. In the games, we did not like each other, right? Like, we didn't get along. We were never on the same side. And Mike's really good at games. He's like super, super good. So I'm honestly very intimidated. If I'm gonna win a game like this, I'm gonna have to work around him or go through him.
You know, I'm cool with it. Like, if he's gonna be cool, I'm gonna be cool. I know from previous history that he'll lie straight to your face. So, but I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. I don't know if he remembers that we kind of had an issue or not. Some people are good with letting bygones be bygones. It's kind of right now like a prisoner's dilemma kind of thing. But like, I'm not gonna start nothing if he doesn't want to start nothing.
I'll never forget. I think it was neck and neck, and he was able to finish off and win. I remember he was like, yes, it's great to be the best. And I was like, man, all right, dude. Like,
I'm coming back in the game because it's insolent.
You are correct.
I'm going back. It's not easy being the best. It's not easy.
But you know what? Maybe he should have known more trivia.
You still driving?
Nope, I'm here now.
Okay, cool.
But so the doors open at 6 o'clock, and the baby shower is at 6:30, and nothing's really started yet.
Okay, nice.
It's an African event, so that's not very rare.
Okay.
For us. So yeah, I got time.
I really enjoyed the conversation with Dot, personal trainer. He's really cool. I really, for me, things that stand out are there people that are just very outgoing, just trying to start a conversation, but also understand that we have introverts as well. So maybe they're just still trying to get used to, the dynamics of the game.
What up, Drea?
Hi, guys. Hi, Drea.
Good to see you. I don't think I've missed. Sorry, let me look close. Is that Elle?
Yes, I'm Elle.
What up, Elle? Nice to meet you.
Me
Mike?
too.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Anthony, I remember you. Amy?
Good.
Haven't
Nice
met
to
you
meet you.
yet. Nice to meet you. Rachel, what up? Good to see you again. Well, that's everybody, right? All right. And then me.
So, Dot, you look familiar. Were you on one of Nick's best shows?
I
think so.
was on one of the past shows. Oh, man. Elle outed me so bad. Goodness. Man, I didn't want that to happen. I did not want that to happen. But when I saw Mike there too, I was like, okay, well, he's probably going to let people know that I was on the show. unless he doesn't want people to know that he was on the show, right? I wasn't gonna say anything if he wasn't gonna say anything, and I felt like we'd be in good shape. But you saw it?
I did.
Ah,
Yeah.
which one did you see?
It was one of the survival ones,
Oh,
wasn't
the
it?
survival ones. Yeah. Those were fun.
They were fun. They're fun.
I
to
really
watch.
liked them. Yeah. Well,
I
cool. I'm
finally
glad you
was
watched.
bold enough to say, "Can I play?" I've been watching for a while.
For sure.
I see there's people from other seasons, so watching out for, the previous season people because you're a perfect contestant to be a traitor.
So, Dot, how many of these games have you played?
I've played 3 different games. One of the games I got knocked out like in the first round, so I don't know if that one counts. So maybe 2.
Honestly, I'm a little salty. I definitely felt like I was going to win Survival 3. I spent like an entire summer, 3 or 4 months thinking that I won. So I was salty about that and how it ended. Being the first one out, I mean, I don't think anybody ever expects to be the first one out. So, I'm feeling pretty salty. I have a bit of a chip on my shoulder, and I'm really looking to show everybody, including myself, that I can actually get this W, beat everybody out for this win.
And they were online survivors, so I feel like they're a lot different than this one.
Very different.
But we'll see.
But the vibe's going to be way different. And I suppose I'll just come out and say it as well so you don't hear it. I also, not my first rodeo, I also have done 3 if my memory doesn't fail me. 1 Survivor, 1 Big Brother, and 1 challenge. So it's been a mixture, kind of a little bit of everything. Yeah, some people might see it as a bad thing. Some people might see it as a good thing. The dumb thing to do would be to downplay it, because why? So I really do think it can be a strength that there is a certain interest people are going to take in you having done it before, and hopefully trying to lean on a little bit of that experience. So excited to be doing another one. I thought maybe my last one would be my last one, but what do you know, back again.
No, I don't trust Mike. I'm not going to trust Mike. There is nothing that we're going to do together. Has he already chosen who the traitors are?
I was wondering that.
If anybody said yes, it would have been you. Nice.
Dot is hilarious. I wonder if he's still waiting for his baby shower.
What do you guys do outside of this?
I fight competitively.
Nice.
Oh, you're for real?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're gonna say like Street Fighter or something.
Get aggressive, so can I.
I liked Anthony. He seems like a good guy. He has like a really interesting story. Like, I wanted to hear more when he was talking, and he shared a lot. I am a law student, so hopefully all my fighting is contained in a courtroom. Learning how to do that now. So
I noticed Anthony right off the bat was very social, very talkative. Same thing with Mike talking about law school.
Elle and Aime didn't have a lot to say. Mike, as soon as he started talking, I figured he had also probably played a lot of these games, probably knows how to play. I thought it was interesting that he said he was in law school. I was kind of wondering if he is already an attorney and he was playing the I'm in law school game, because people never want to admit they're an attorney.
I'm like I said, I'm Aime. Full-time job, I work security loss prevention. And then my hobbies outside of work, I'm a volunteer firefighter. I've been doing that for about 11 years.
Aime, we have a similar job history, and I'm really interested to be able to sit down with her at some point in this game if I make it long enough and she makes it long enough. She seems like a cool person. I did that for a few years before law school, so I feel your pain, loss prevention specifically.
I think like Aime, something about her just really throws me off. I don't know. It's just like a gut instinct. Like, I just was not feeling her interaction at all.
I'll go next. I'm Elle. I'm a consultant that teaches large companies how to use new software. So I travel around the country.
The second group, I was like, no, I gotta go. I didn't like none of them. It was just like a weird dynamic. I don't know. There's definitely some potentials in that group. But yeah.
Just got back from Boston. So
Nice.
I'm in the Austin area now. This is where I live.
I'm in Austin.
Are you in Austin? All right.
Elle stood out a lot. She's very in the back to me. I feel like she's just watching to see other people. And she probably just had the quiet personality, but I feel like she's being very watchful. So I'm watching out for Elle and those bangs. I see you. Oh, well, I'm Drea. Hi. I just recently got my associates in business management, so
Congratulations.
that's cool. I'm a part-time model. I do some acting. A server. I just started bartending. Living single, you know.
I just broke up in my relationship, and I didn't even. I found out, not even through a text message. I think it was like we're just like watching TV, and I think it just came. It was a conversation that was meant to happen, but I just feel like we could have done it a different way. It was definitely amicable, but it's just even if it is amicable, it's like a breakup for me. It's like really difficult.
Well, I don't know if I even met everybody. I spent the most time with the same people. I think Anthony probably stood out the most because he had a lot to say, from Brazilian jiu-jitsu to flying to Turkey to breaking up yesterday. I don't know if half of it was true, but he had a lot to say.
Yeah, so I was curious, is anyone sketched out by anyone yet? I felt like it was an easy, simple question of like, who are we sketched out by? Let's just be honest about it. I think that was okay. Actually, I wasn't even like asking for names really, but I was just asking for more of a yes or no, if anyone's sketched out by anyone. But I know many of us have played the game Among Us, so just asking one simple question can make someone seem sus. Be honest, even if they're here right now.
Just right off the bat. Raven.
She was like, is anyone like thinking about like who is suspect right now? And I mean, like, yeah, I understand. Obviously, we all know why we're here. But I think like that was kind of like a not like a red flag, but I'm pretty sure if she were to be taken out so early, it would be because of that. Because I think that you still have to be kind of like a little bit of, aware of the things you're saying right off the bat.
You're sorry, Raven. Are you trying to see if we're like thinking if you're the traitor? That's pretty sus. Well, she asked who we thought we had our, antennas on. I felt like, wouldn't that be a very perfect question for a traitor to ask to see, if we're peeping her out? So that was pretty suspicious to me. I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out for her.
No, I want to know if we're sketched out by someone specifically right now. So I am kind of like seeing if like who's sketched out by who. So being targeted, that's my everyday life. But I definitely think that I'm gonna be able to stand up for myself. I think it's right to be able to stand up for yourself, especially if you are being targeted. And I think that's gonna help me, but it can also hinder. So I'm gonna do my very best to at least be, again, as open as can be, but standing up for my being. I like honesty and I like open communication. That's I guess it might be a little blunt, but it's also really good to know who's on whose side. I felt like that definitely put me on the spot, and like I said, I am a talkative and communicative person, and I want to like get answers from people. I feel like that can definitely take a little bit of a different perspective for others. They can find it more so digging, but God, I hope I don't get voted.
How we doing?
Good. Just meeting more people. What's going on, Jason? Anthony.
Anthony, nice to meet you. How you doing?
How are you?
Good. I was under the assumption we had met everybody with those two. Now it's even more.
Even more.
The community is growing.
Rachel,
Ashley, I'm obsessed with your
did
hair.
Thank you. I need to redo it. It's growing in. But thank you.
I really like Ashley. She has a lot going on for herself. She has pretty hair, and I feel like she's really smart. But that can also be like, she knows probably how to play it,
Oh, we've got Darstar. I didn't get to see it in any of the chats.
Hello. Where are you from, Dot?
Me? I'm from Texas.
Man, you get into that baby shower slowly and steadily.
Are you still waiting?
Yo, they haven't started yet. Still.
That's funny.
When you were
Oh,
driving,
nice.
it was
They're like
daylight
still setting it
outside.
up.
I'm a law student.
Me too.
And I also like game shows. Big competitive game show fan. So who said you two? I'm so sorry. I wasn't. Are you a 1L or a 2L or?
I don't know. I'm just in criminal justice, and it's like a.
Oh, you're going to be into law school. You're going. Oh man, let me tell you that LSAT. Ooh, it is.
Oh.
For that is a. If you've already started, I feel your pain.
Mm-hmm.
I like Ashley actually. No, now that you bring it up, like I learned this in a later chat that she's a law criminal justice student. Shared background there, so like shared background. It's something to talk about potentially.
I wasn't at Mike either.
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing, Dar?
I'm good.
And then as far as returning people, I'm excited to see Jason and Dar back again.
Yeah, I'm Dot. Like I said, I'm from TX's. Played under Nick before. Not like this kind of game. I actually don't watch a lot of competition shows. I just like to play games in general.
Mike and Dot both said that they've played it before, so they may be really good alliances.
Yeah.
Do we know how many
it was a fun
all
one.
together?
Yeah, do we have total?
There's
By
10 in this room, but there has to be more than 10.
By my estimate, I think
We'll
we're at like.
take a little time and see if I come up on a couple.
Yeah.
11, 12, 13 of us so far, y'all.
Really? Nice.
Oh, your tongue come off.
I liked how Lori, she was counting down like how many contestants. She had like actual notebook and I think like a tally chart to note down like how many people would come in and just to keep notes or mental notes during the the night. I think that kind of stood out because maybe she would probably pump us for information. One of us for information, be like, oh, if we have one of the clues further on in the game, we'd be like, oh, didn't you say he was an actor?
Do the traitors know who they are yet?
I'm pretty sure they do now, or I'm pretty sure they should know. Yeah.
That's what I mean. I don't know if everybody's banner said the same thing throughout, that there may be one amongst you already. So I don't know if every group got the same message. I wouldn't have thought it was going to be today at all.
Man, that's gonna be trippy. Well, I have to head out, guys. Listen up, buddy. You're in for it. We got a few days to go, but trust me, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna make it to the very end.
Does anyone know if they picked who the traitors are yet?
I don't know.
I was hearing some people say yes, some people say no.
Oh,
Who
I'd
said
be
yes?
interested to know who said yes.
Who said yes, right? That's a sign right there.
No, it was just like their opinion that they thought that they got picked.
It was a good night overall. Was kind of nice to kind of initially get to meet everybody and see the other players in the game. So looking forward to it. It's a good night.
The traitors will meet for the first time and learn who the other traitors are.
Wow.
Hello.
I didn't expect it to be Elle and Dar. Like I did not see that coming at all.
So I guess we're the traitors, huh?
Is it just us?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's fun.
Raven surprised me because I actually thought she was a traitor, just kind of interrogating people right away. So I really thought she was going to be a traitor. So her personality is interesting.
I felt like Jason was so suspicious of me. I was like, oh god, it's making me nervous.
Who was it?
Jason.
Me too. I thought it's got to be.
He did on the show before, or he did like another show with Nick, so he like knew how everything. But he was like
Star. He's not just Star. He's Darstar.
Yeah, I have to. I did it too. Hopefully, Jason doesn't catch on to me.
Dude, he was taking notes. Like he was taking mental notes for sure. I was like,
Do you know who's going to be really, really playing hard? Mike. So you gotta watch out for Mike.
Yes. And Lori, she's been taking notes too.
Yeah, I didn't really get to see Lori, but for a few minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Lori has her notebook out and is taking notes of everybody.
Did you guys suspect me at all?
No, I didn't.
Not at all. She kind of played very innocent, and I was buying it. I never even crossed my mind that she was a traitor. I thought that she was very new to this, and was just coming in, not really knowing what was going on. So she masked it very well.
I thought it was the other girl. I forgot her name.
Raven?
Yeah, I thought it was her.
I'm gonna try to befriend Mike a little bit, just to kind of keep him close. Thought about Jason as well. When Jason, Dar, you were in the game that Jason played, weren't you?
Yeah.
He was a lot more boisterous in that game, and then he got out real soon. So
Yeah.
I think he's going to try to play low, but he has a very A personality type. We each need to befriend somebody and like carry them for a little while. Let them pick people off.
I think it's fun because we set up a little strategy, and I was like, wait, this could be really good. Is there anyone you guys? Okay, so honestly, maybe I should with Mike because we're both law students, so we have something in common. You know what I mean? Because Mike said he was a law student, and so am I. So I was like, we have something in common. There's like a common ground there. He's had experience with these types of shows before, so he kind of already knows what to expect. So me getting close with him seems a little risky, but it seems like at the end of the day, it could be the best result.
I can do Jason because I'm from Northwest Indiana, and when we do like a one-on-one or if we get a chat, I'll bring that up. So what we did is we decided to strategize, and each of us take one of the stronger players and try to tag on with them, try to befriend them. So I chose Jason because I think Jason is he's not as sociable as Mike in this game so far, but I think he is a very loyal player, and I want to kind of exploit that a little bit. I know that's not very nice to say, but I think he can be very loyal. So my task is to befriend Jason.
Oh, we got strategy. Okay, and then
I'd probably talk to Lori.
okay.
She would take notes as well.
She was sweet.
Because Lori, she was like writing down a lot of notes, and she was like going to everybody, try to get on her good side.
And then I'm gonna try to befriend Jason. You're gonna try to befriend Lori, and then you're gonna get on Mike's good side.
We got a good strategy going on. Hopefully that works. So we all get close to one person, see their like mindset, whatever, get them out of there.
Dar kind of lit up in the traitor room, right? He wasn't as quiet as he normally was. He got along so well with Muggsy. But I think once you have like a closer team, like a smaller team, he really comes out and shines pretty bright. So he seemed a little bit excited when we were talking to him as traitors.
Ooh, we're a good team though.
Oh yeah, so I got a good team,
So how did you think of last night?
I thought it was very interesting, to say the least. What about you?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect really, so I was like, I had fun though, so I was like, okay. But I thought my strategy would be, I'm gonna try to figure out who I think is safe first, and kind of do a process of elimination. So then then I could be like, okay, it's for sure not this person, and then find my way closer to the traitors like that.
But how do we know who's for sure?
Well, it's like you kind of have to do like context clues. Like Lori, for some reason, I felt like I could trust her, but I have to do more research. You know what I mean? But because she said she works with kids, so I don't know if that's just in her nature. But also, she was like taking notes and stuff. So I was like taking notes. Like I feel like was like a good sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to figure out who I know for sure is it first. So I guess I'm like working backwards.
Yeah. Well, I think we could be a good team though. Like, you know what I mean? Like I get the safe ones, you get the ones that are like suspicious, you know what I mean? Because then it narrows it down.
I think my one-on-one with Ashley went pretty well. We may have an alliance going on. I feel like I can trust her, but it's giving an 8 out of 10 out of trust. I mean, I feel like you're not a traitor.
Well, I feel like I can trust you. You know what I mean? But there's nothing I can really do except put my trust in you, I guess, which is scary.
I know, right?
No, yeah, but it's just.
But I feel like if it would be anybody, it'd be him.
What?
Like to be an alliance with.
But I put Mike, Raven, and Jason talked the most. And then Lauren, Rachel, and Amancio talked the least. So I don't know if that's
the lady with the bangs. What was her name again?
with the bangs.
She was really suspicious. She talked like almost none.
Oh, none.
Like she talked like almost.
Oh my god. Now I need to look back and see, because like
she has like long pretty hair and like bangs that cover like almost her eyes. So it gets like sus. I don't know.
I feel like I know it was darker hair, right?
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about. I don't remember her name though.
Because she barely said anything. She would come on screen and she would just like talk and listen. I would just look at her listen.
You're like, okay, we got an observer. So it makes me nervous though that she thinks that Elle is sus. We could try to vote like each other safe, or like, oh well, it'd only be one of us. Never mind. Because I was thinking it would be like.
I mean, we can vote for you this time if we're willing to vote for me next time.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
we could just like trade off.
Yeah.
And I told her, if I vote for you, you'll vote for me, right? But I'm not voting for her. I'm sorry, Drea. I'm sorry. So I'm getting that extra vote, but then I'm only doing that with her. So then no one else convenes and's like, oh yeah, like I'm voting for Ashley too to be safe because she said she'd vote for me. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just with her.
Possibly, forming an alliance, hopefully.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I was swindling for sure.
So what you think about like who do you think is like the traitor?
Okay. This is the good stuff. Okay, well, so what I was doing was I was trying to like figure out who I thought was safe and then kind of do like process of elimination. So then it's like if I'm able to figure out like these people are safe, then it's like I know they're not the traitor, and so then I could either vote them safe each round or like, so to try to keep at least one of our players until the end so we could beat the traitors.
Okay.
So I noticed like Lori was taking a lot of notes, so I was like, I feel like maybe a traitor would take notes, but like, it caught my eye. I was like, I didn't really see, I'm taking notes too, but I didn't really see anyone else taking notes. I felt like it went really well. He definitely told me he trusted me. I wrote down like who I thought, like I made all my notes. I literally put like who talked the most, and it's Jason, Mike, and Raven was who I put.
Yeah, Jason. I don't know. Like I think Jason could be. So we'll just have to see.
Yes.
So yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. But I don't know. For me personally, I'm just taking that as an end. Like I don't have like an exact plan, but we'll just probably. I think we have another backyard chat. So I maybe like make all my estimations then and see how everything unfolds.
I did on my note though. I did write that you didn't talk a lot yesterday.
Wait, you said me? I didn't talk a lot?
Yeah, I said you and Lauren, and Rachel. I wrote that you guys didn't really talk that much on my notes.
So what else are you into? Like what kind of like music are you into?
I love reggae. That's my favorite genre. But I've been making a little bit of music lately, and it's like EDM kind of.
Yeah, I love EDM too. I like reggae. You like soca?
I've never heard of that.
Oh my
Let me
God.
write it down. What is it? Wait, how do you say that?
Soca, SOCA. It's like it's reggae. Yeah, it's like reggae. I'm gonna put you on to some Vibes Cartel and some oh my God, what's his name? Alkaline.
Wait, that sounds familiar. Does he post on Instagram a lot, like reels?
Who, Alkaline?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because he just came back from jail.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's been a minute. Actually, it was pretty cool. We basically was talking about, our plan, and she basically was, having like the same ideas as I was, which was, we come up with a plan to see who would be the traitor in our opinion, and I think it went well.
You said that a couple people stood out. Was there a specific reason that somebody stood out?
The person that stood out to me the most, I would say was Ashley. Between Ashley and Drea, like those two stood out to me the most.
Who was the second one?
Drea.
I don't even think I remember having a conversation. So I remember, I think it was Lori. She was in the car. She had this guy in the background.
Yeah.
She was talking about her grandkids and getting in the car and this and that. So she's a great conversation starter. I thought she talked really well. She kind of took control of conversations, much like I do. I just talk too much sometimes, but there's extra there. Like she seemed like she knew a little bit more about this than we all did right from the beginning. And so whether that's she's a fan of the show or she's been briefed on how the show is going to work a little differently than we had. I'm not sure, but that was one that really stood out to me. He allows me to lead the conversation, and as you know, I really like that. Mike!
Hey, how are you? That's so funny.
What's up, bud?
But it was kind of cool to see. Jason was like a Detroit sports fan, so there aren't like, if you're not from Detroit, there's not really a lot of like across the nation sports fans. It's not like being a Lakers or Yankees fan.
Hey, all right, Mike. So I know, man, you're the man with this stuff. So I wanted to get with you first before we even really get going into this thing. We haven't had a chance to actually talk like as actual
This is
people.
true.
You judging me and me watching you judge me. That's as close
I
as we
sit
got.
on my ivory tower and look down upon all you and go, I think Jason made a bad move here. Like
Exactly right. My hope is that we get to make a couple good ones together. That was an anticipated conversation I've been wanting to have for really quite a while. So I'm glad that it got to happen today. And like I anticipated, he was a little bit different as just a regular person as opposed to the guy judging every move I make in a show that I never played before. So I was glad I got to get that out of the way.
My thoughts on it are, it would be ill-advised for any of the returnees right now to go for each other.
I agree.
I believe it's you, me, Dar, and Dot, right? Is that it?
I didn't know the fourth. I'd never seen him or heard. He's mentioned yesterday they've been on one, but me and Dar is the only ones I knew.
Okay, Dot is the other one.
Okay.
I have one concern with like, oh, we should not target each other. I have one sad concern.
Okay.
The last time that I saw Dot, I was beating him in a battle pack to get in the game, and I was talking a little bit of crap. If he is good with letting bygones be bygones, I'm like, we're solid.
Okay.
But if he's gonna come for me, I'm gonna just have to like, whether or not whatever I think, it's like, I'm sorry, but we'll see. I'm not trying to make it a thing, and I'm not trying to worry about it, but it is on my radar.
He's going to make one of us a traitor. And I can tell you that
I've thought about that too. I'm like, it would make sense for him to make one of us a traitor. It would make sense. At the same time, he has to know that people are going to think that.
And that's what I think too.
I don't think it's worth blowing up our position to go after one.
And especially right now, that you gave me a little history, that one that you'd met before. I wanted to say something about Dar real quick. First and foremost, I absolutely think the world of Dar. I really, really like him. I just wanted to point out he was very different than the person I knew from the previous one already. And you watched him as a character, so please kind of keep focused on, does he seem different than he was? Because I think the guy on the show is who he really is. Yesterday, he just seemed reserved and totally different. And maybe that was just part of it. And he didn't want to come off like he knew me too well. Unlike my dumb ass who was like, hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? And I'm like, wait a minute, was that good or bad?
I don't have a great ability to hide who I am.
And so my thought when we got done was, regardless of how I feel or what my thoughts were at the very beginning, I don't want to, it's not going to be me coming at you for in any way, shape, or form. If my thought was that you are one, I'm still not putting you out there as somebody I think is. And if my thought is you're 100% innocent just like me, I'm still not coming. I'm smart enough to know that I know we're not doing huge alliances and teamwork and this and that and this, but at the same time, I know who to stay close to.
I kind of liked what he was saying about, that we got to stick together, like we'll set aside the traitor stuff for a second, just to, kind of have each other's back. And I'll say this. I kind of think he might be a traitor. There's a lot of luxury to be afforded in being able to tell someone, oh, I don't care if you're a traitor. We'll work together anyways. I'm never going to turn on you because we're going to work together. Like, do you know who's confident enough to say that? A traitor. Sometimes even if you think someone's a traitor, it's not in your best interest to immediately go for them. Like,
exactly.
And if he is a traitor, that's actually good because I think that means I won't get murdered. But like right now, I'm actually like leaning that he is a traitor. But it doesn't mean he's going to be my first target.
So I know you mentioned that you had recognized someone from like a Survivor season. Have you played these before?
I've not played them, but I've watched them.
Yeah.
I haven't watched all of them, but I think like the last 3, he did a Survivor, a Big Brother, and then he did another Survivor one recently. So yeah, I recognize a couple people. So there's a few that have been on it before.
Very cool.
Yeah, Mike, Dot, and I think Darstar or Dar.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm nervous. I'll just be straight up. I don't know why I'm nervous. It's the second day. I don't want to go.
You're not the only one.
I don't want to be first one.
Ashley, what up?
What's up? How you doing?
Hey, yo, doing swell, doing swell. I like your hair at the top. That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm pressed right now, but
What color would you say that is?
it's supposed to be red, but
Okay, I got you.
yeah, but then like the black hair.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah,
red to me.
Yeah, I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I redo it, you guys would be like, "Oh, okay, we see the vision." You know what I mean?
You guys should invest in wigs. You don't even have to like do anything to your hair.
Until you said that, I would have not even realized that was at all.
I can put a wig on you, Jason.
Oh, well, no, I'm sorry. I couldn't tell the difference. That's how natural it looks. It looks great.
Really? Who said this is a wig?
Well, I'm hoping it's away right there. I'm hoping.
I came in the wrong time.
Definitely off-putting to some. You could just tell by the moment of silence or exhale when she finally said, "It is a wig, actually." Whatever it was kind of the first moment of a big, whoo, holy cow, that was a moment, wasn't it?
Tonight, the Traitors will attempt to eliminate someone from the game based on first impressions. Have you made a good impression?
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know. I feel like I'm putting myself on the spot. I don't know if it's my background or my face or the tattoos.
No,
I don't know. I just make
No.
myself nervous.
Yeah.
You guys are fine. I think everyone seems trustworthy, but some.
Except for the Traitors.
Does anybody feel like they need to redo their first impression? Like now's the time.
No, that would be sus.
Yeah, that's crazy if you would say
Yeah.
yeah.
That's done.
I just wanted to see. I was like, man, I want to see if someone's gonna do it.
No, if anyone spoke up, you would have been like, "I'm taking a note."
I'm stuck in this no matter what. I don't
The
change.
quietest people should really speak up to try to plead your cases right now.
Yeah, what you see is what you get. So I'm good.
Amancio, he's been the quietest. So it's like he didn't talk unless he was talked to.
Oh no, not Armand. Not you, Armand. No, you're fine. You seem pretty chill.
Drea being like, if you're quiet, speak up so that we'll know, this is your chance to speak up. Like, almost like a traitor thing, like, thinking like, who am I gonna murder? Like, speak up so I have a reason not to murder you.
I was just in Chicago this past summer for a Summer Smash, so I've like seen a little bit of it.
Yeah. Did you like it?
This it was nice. I was only like in one part like near Summit, so I was like by like the rural area, but it was nice.
We like a good rural area.
You like the
Oh my god.
Rule means.
Oh,
It means the ghetto. I didn't really interact with Raven that much, but she was pretty cool. I'm still keeping my eye out for her. But for right now, really, my eyes have steered clear from her for right now.
So Ashley, since you're taking notes, what are you looking for?
So far I've written who talked the most, who talked the least, and then I was trying to kind of like put who I thought was not it, so kind of like play a process of elimination with like who I think is safe. So then I can kind of narrow it down in that way, like almost work backwards. So I basically wrote who I thought was sus and who I thought was safe based on like how much they were talking. And then like kind of little notes. Like I noticed Lori was also taking notes. To me, if I put all my money on it, I would say she's safe.
Yeah, I think she's pretty chill. I like her motherly energy.
Yes.
I was like, nah, she can't be a traitor. That would just be she would give it away so easily if she was.
Oh, that would hurt me.
No, literally. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, you can't be a mom and then be a traitor at the same time. It's too real.
But it would make sense in a game like this.
I feel like I should leave and come back so I can meet more people.
I felt the opposite about the notes. The notes made me a little worried that they know so. Like I was kind of just feeling out based on conversation, and back and forth, and the notes kind of made me feel like, wow, they're really in depth with this.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I feel like we're
Yeah.
gonna get a different sports team from you every day.
It'll be about the same 4 or 5. It's always the same 4 or 5 that I like. All the
Hey, Lori.
Michigan.
Did I
Hey,
interrupt
Lori.
something?
Wait, interrupt something. Wait, what?
Glad to see you back, Lori.
Thanks.
Why they got on there? It's all right.
Guys, I was just brainstorming and thinking, what if the point of not everybody being able to stay the whole time is so people can talk behind people's backs while they're gone?
That's
What do you think you were doing when you weren't here?
I know you guys were talking about.
No, we weren't.
No. No.
And it's so
But-
you get that moment where people are crap talking somebody else, and they come in right as it happens, and there's like
Because I
1
heard
minute
what
of
you said,
awkward silence.
Mike, I heard what you said. You were like, you guys are always the only 4 or 5 that I actually like. And you know what? That's crazy because I came in exactly when you said that. It was one of those jokes with a little bit of truth in it. Mike, I don't know what happened, but when I came in the chat, there was something told. And it was like, oh, I trust you guys out of everyone. But I came in as soon as he said that. So I'm like, so is this who you're making your alliance with? Or you don't trust anyone else? Basically jumping to conclusions and being a little messy while I was doing it. Hey, were you in this group? Mike said he only likes the people in this group. So maybe you should know about that.
I know what's the thing about Mike. He said that he only liked that little group, and I wasn't in there, so he only like. I was like, oh man.
Actually, I heard a little bit you saying sometimes when they talk too much, that can mean something. Just so you know, I talk all the time. That's my thing. So doesn't mean I'm a
I
traitor.
did
I'm
put a little note on you. I'm not gonna lie.
Huh?
I said I did put a little note on you. I'm not gonna lie.
No, that's all right. Hey, I'm just a talker. I'm just a talker.
No, Ashley.
That's all right.
I took a note of everyone who talked a lot and everybody talked a little bit. So either he's like, oh, I need to get her out because I might lose my spot, or him and Anthony are like, oh, that was actually really suspicious.
I used to do radio a little bit, man, and I don't like dead air time. So when I hear quietness, I just ramble on about stuff. I like talking with you, man. I know we don't get a one-on-one tonight, but hopefully that happens fairly soon. We're both around to get to do it.
No, definitely. I appreciate that, especially with you being in the military as well. So that would be pretty chill.
Yeah, we vibe pretty good here real quick. So man, you got questions for me, bring them, no worries. And I hope I can count on you. You know, my name gets popped up, we can at least talk about it and things like that. Yeah. I popped in that moment, I heard Ashley say, and then when people talk too much, that stands out. And I was like, oh, but I know just how much I talk. So she was on, I'm going to ask her about it. I really, really like Anthony. I'm hoping that I'm not a misjudge of character in this time, because I really like Anthony. Very well spoken.
So like, what's going on, y'all? Like, I'm guessing they already have Traitors out, right?
That's what it sounds like from what they said last call.
Mm-hmm. I feel like people who are a traitor already knows that. So.
Yeah. Y'all, do we know how many there are?
I was gonna ask the same question.
I don't think so. I observed Dot being a little sus. First of all, you want to ask everyone questions about the traitors. It just looks like you're getting people off your tail. And I feel like you're the traitor. Oh, look who it is.
Oh, before the game even started?
Like Michael.
You were just talking about me, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't. But let me just let everyone in, let the class in on what Mike said earlier. Yeah, I interrupted their group and he was like, this is the only group that I trust. And I'm like, oh, so you don't trust anyone else?
She made a joke about me, talking. I'm really thinking it was a joke. About me, saying that, I only trust these 4 or 5 people or whatever it was. And she, made it, 4 times. And even made it, later in the backyard. Okay, you know, your tone doesn't really scream that you're joking, but, I can't imagine you're actually seriously thinking this.
Oh, Drea with the tea. Mike, you wanna rebuttal?
I think she's joking. You got a good, serious, dry delivery, though. I'll give you that.
And I thought it was really weird that Mike was like, no, you are making this up. I'm like, either deny it better or admit to it. because, like, at least for me, it looked very shady, very funny. Dre saw it as shady. I know Amy probably saw it as shady.
You know, you said this is your second season, so.
Actually, it's my fourth, but you're at.
Yeah,
you're right.
your
I
fourth
played before.
season.
Even better. So.
Right. So it's like you've been through this before. You probably know more than everyone. Dot and Mike. I'm definitely looking at them. This is not their first season. So if anyone came back as a traitor, it would definitely be them. They are not new to this, they're true to this. So
last time that Dot and I saw each other, I was beating him in a battle back to get into the game. Actually. Fun fact.
That did happen. It did.
The last time that we talked. And you know, like now that it's mostly, you know, now that we're here, like I'm just telling you, man, we're good if you're good.
Yeah,
We're good. We've had some stuff in the past, but it's a whole new set of circumstances. We're 3 of the 4 returnees, and maybe we should just kind of keep off each other's backs off the start, you know? We don't have to be anything formal or nothing, but like
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, someone's gonna look up for somebody, and we're the only people that have some kind of connection.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
yeah. Well, it's good to get that. You know.
Yeah. Hey, man. Honestly, you got to be good with somebody. You know, made Drea seem like more like real and someone you can't mess with, and made Mike look pretty sketchy. What up, Amy? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing pretty good.
I really liked Dot.
You know, a situation with Mike. Also, I was at the end of the chat. Like, it was me, Jason, and Mike, right? And it was the same thing. Like, hey, you guys seem pretty authentic. We should stick together. And this and that. And I'm like, bro, like, number one, how many people are you saying that to?
I did get that information from Dot. He's somebody I think I'm gonna try to build an alliance with.
Number two, I played a couple games with Mike before, and this is just like this is his MO, right? Like, spread the seed that I trust everybody. You can trust me. I would never vote against you, and then that way he can kind of do what he wants to with the game. You know.
Really.
So, I feel like the biggest way to like put a target on your back is to spread stuff about people, and so I don't have a lot to say about anybody. But it's like, this is something that everyone is seeing too, right? I feel like I may have been a little too strong talking about Fan Guy like that. I don't know if I off-put her.
You just had a PTSD. You mean Mike?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Right? Yeah, Mike, PTSD for both of them. So yeah, hopefully she didn't, you know, think I was being too aggressive or too pushy, because I feel like people who are too pushy are really suspicious.
I know what you were or are. In loss prevention or asset protection, and I'm like, well, if there's anyone else here but me who can like look at like people's behaviors and make like those snap judgments that you kind of have to make, it would be you. So you're definitely someone that I wanted to like get to like connect with, like even just early on, and just like see where your head is at and like what kind of like game plan you're going in with.
That's awesome. I'm like totally new to all this, to be honest with you, so I'm kind of like taking it day by day and just kind of like getting into the feel of it. I'm really just starting off by trying to learn as much as I can about everybody, and then see if anybody's stories change over time. That's gonna be like my main thing. And you said you worked LP, right?
Yes, I did. I did it for like about 3 years.
Well, I was weary initially on how to have that conversation.
Drea's coming off a little aggressive. I don't remember if you were in like the backyard too, and she was like making like a joke about, and she just was like, the way she was like delivering the joke about like, Michael was just saying you guys were all like super close, and I'm just like, yeah, haha, and she just kept like going on about it. I'm like, okay, haha, I get it. Like, it's a joke. Maybe let them know it's a joke. But no, she seems alright. I haven't had a chance even to at least sit down with her one-on-one. So.
He initially brought up the thing that Drea had said, and pretty much played it off like, oh, I don't know why she said that, it wasn't true type thing.
Oh, it was because you're the only other law student, so I was like,
yes.
Ooh, we have something in common, ally moment. So like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did write a note on you, because yesterday you were a little talkative, but also it was like first day jitters, so like, I like, it's kind of hard to gauge the situation from there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
no, that's literally just how I am. I talk a lot. I'm an out there personality. There's a reason that I went back 4 times, and it's not because I'm a calm, quiet person. She leans faithful to me. She leans nervous, but the way that she's talking about her thought process does also lead me to believe that she is a faithful. I did kind of feel like I had one moment where Raven was like almost overly nervous, being like, don't get rid of me. Like, it almost felt put out.
At the end, I know they're gonna be shocked because they truly full-heartedly trust me. So I know they're gonna be shocked. I even made notes where I have my notes against, what I should do strategy-wise, and then I have notes where I'm pretending to take notes on who I think the traitor is. I literally have fake notes. I instantly looked at her. It just wrote her name down. I literally wrote, if you look at my notes, I literally wrote Raven sus.
I probably shouldn't sell this.
I literally put sus for Raven.
That says Raven sus. That's
Sus.
crazy.
Sus.
Yeah. The scariest thing is not knowing if someone's going to want to murder me, because that's a decision that might come down to only 1, 2, or 3 people pushing for it. So I'm hopeful to get to spend more time tomorrow getting to build bonds, because bonds are what's going to get me through this game.
So I'm a fan. Okay, so get that out of the way. I saw the last one, and they did you dirty anyway. That's a different show, but I think you're just a pretty loyal person. So if you are a traitor, you don't have to vote me out. I'll be loyal.
Okay.
If you're not a traitor, I think that we can try to figure some things out.
Absolutely. I love the conversation with her. A lot of similarities there. I love that she's a fan of the shows. Do you have anybody standing out that you either immediately or since you've been talking one-on-one got to thinking like maybe?
I had one other one-on-one. I think they requested me. Rachel requested a one-on-one with
R-A-Y, right? She got a Y in her name. I haven't had any. Yeah, I haven't had any one-on-one kind of contact other than hellos and goodbyes during the big chat. So I had a one-on-one, and I've been in and out of the chats a lot with Amancio. Have you had a chance to talk with him?
I haven't. He's so quiet. He's so quiet.
And so I think that's genuine. Mike, to me, I didn't get anything that would lead me to believe that he was automatically put. In fact, I had my thoughts that if it wasn't going to be me, it was going to be Mike. And when I didn't get the thought, or I didn't get the call that, hey, you're going to be, I definitely assumed it was Mike. In talking to him, I do not believe that at this point.
No, he was just a fountain of information. I felt really horrible. Jason kind of spilled all the information he had. So he doesn't think Mike is a traitor. So I think I have it. Maybe I can get it in with Mike because I know how hard Mike plays.
Raven, she reminds me a little bit of me. She's a talker. Sometimes I think hers is almost uncomfortable talking. She's just saying something to say it. I haven't had anything that made me think she was a traitor.
I was kind of iffy about her, but I guess she does, when she's nervous, she just says something to say something.
She seemed very trustworthy. I truly enjoyed talking with her. And to be honest, she at this point is one of the ones I would consider somebody I'd like to have closest to me, at least at this point in the game. Before we get cut off here, I'm going to give you my one that has stood out a little bit. Well, 2 things actually. One, Ashley stood out a little bit to me because it was the talking too much, and I was like, man, if you don't like me talking too much, you're gonna be at me all this time. The other one was Lori, and it's not a bad thing, but everybody was saying she was a grandmother and she's so sweet and so nice, there's no way she's one. And then that got me to thinking, well, what if it's the opposite way?
Yeah.
And that's supposed to deter us from thinking her. Let's plan on going to bat for each other, and hopefully we get to go back and forth with this a couple times, and just you and I get to talk. Look out for me, I'm looking out for you. I love where we're at with this.
He is never going to want to play with me again, ever. I feel like a total asshole. Can I say asshole? But I feel like a total jerk. I do, but it worked.
Each round, the players will cast votes for a player they would like to be safe. The players with the most votes will receive safety shields and cannot be offed that round. Nobody, including the traitors, will know who had the most votes each round. What the traitors don't know is that their votes for safety will not count towards the final tally.
Okay, so for safety, I gotta really think about this. I'm gonna do a drum roll, okay? Ashley.
I vote Elle.
Just because there's a past there, and I don't know where we're going in the future. It's not a full-on trust level because I got questions of my own, but I'm going to save Dar. I never even got an opportunity to play with him.
Jason.
I would vote Dot.
It's definitely going to be Raven for me. Definitely choosing Raven. She seems like someone, if she's on an alliance, she's going to stay true to them. Very authentic. I feel like if she lies, you're going to kind of know it. She seems a little bit to herself to be able to fake it.
For safety, Raven. I don't know. I really I really, really like her. Can I describe more? I mean, like, yeah, like she's fucking singing. She's an artist. I mean, like, placing yourself out there and being that type of vulnerable, I appreciate and I love that. So, I mean, I don't know. My vote's for her.
Raven has been voted safe for round 1. Tonight, the traitors must decide who they will off from the game first.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
So
we all got information, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I want to start off. I talked to Drea, and she told me she was sus of Elle. That's what she said.
I talked to Jason, and he's sus of you.
You know
Yeah.
why? You know why? It's because I told him I took a note of him.
Have you paid attention to what's his name, Mike?
I just had a meeting with him.
Is he cool or no?
He's cool. He definitely, I was swindling people for sure. And like Drea, I was like, I'll vote for you if you vote for me. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna vote for you. But I'm only doing that with one person because if they talk to each other, but that gets me, so basically you guys should do that too, but with one person. Because if they talk to each other and say, oh, well, they said they're gonna vote me safe, you know what I mean? But if it's one person, she was like, oh, we should keep like this alliance quiet. So like, you know, no one gets suspicious of it. I'm like, okay, perfect. But like one more vote for me, you know what I mean?
That's how
Right.
Jason is. So Jason is completely on board. He's looking for somebody to, you know, to align with. My God, he's never going to play another one of these games with me.
Drea thinks you're not safe. We should vote her out. But there's an alliance being built there where, you know, one of the traitors would stay. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of like, because I want to help you guys out too.
I worry about Drea because she's not shy at all. So in the public vote, she will throw my name out there with no shame.
Yeah.
That's concerning. That is concerning. So the public vote, she more than likely is going to throw my name out there.
She is that Chicago energy for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Damn, it sucks though, because it's like, oh, you actually make friendships low key, and then I'm like, wow, and they're gonna watch it back and be like,
I know.
I was like, I have to be honest and tell Elle to make sure the traitors last longer, so it's not just the beginning, like there's less of us, but also like, I know I would probably get to the end if she was in it, because she would be voting for me every round. But I know she would vote me safe till the end, you know what I mean?
Should we get out like let's see. The important people, I guess you can say first. We gotta get out Jason, probably Mike or Jason.
To be continued, fucking Elle. Guess you'll have to wait until tomorrow for night 2 of this premiere. With Raven safe no matter what, can she pull together a plan?
You were like, all right, so who's sus? And I was like, that's fucking a bold ass move. But I mean, honestly, I was like, I immediately need to align myself with her.
I feel a lot of honesty coming from him. I feel like we could be really good allies.
Keep an eye on giving information out. You don't want to tell everybody everything about yourself and what you're doing.
And who will the traitors try to murder first?